the truth behind why she left VShojo. This comes to us from Veibae and said, and so our NDAs are now void. Why I left VShojo. Back in 2023, VShojo tried to bully me into one of the most predatory contracts that I've ever seen. When I tried to ask more about it, their COO got extremely hostile with me and refused to answer any of my questions. And so I had to hire a lawyer in order to get some clarification. Which this is already off to a very weird start because this was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You sound really unhappy about it to the point of getting a lawyer, but yet you still move forward with them?
Okay. I know they left.
No. But back then? Or so did they leave back then?
They left then in 2023, but they couldn't talk about it till now. And this is why.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
They didn't just leave. Yeah, they've been gone.
I'm glad you're here for additional context.
Dude, it's the Cayman Jack, baby. It's
coming in clutch. During the talks, it became clear that VShojo would rather let me go than take less away from me. They were ultimately wanting me to give up more than half, more than half of all my sponsor revenue and over 60% of all merch sales. What?
Isn't this wild, bro? This is a wild amount. Who are you, VShojo? Who are you? How many followers she have? How big is she?
Sorry. No, sorry. She is 600,000. Wow.
Dude, they were running out of money. They were praying that people would sign these things.
This is crazy. All I asked in return is to not take a cut from the sponsors that I was getting through Mythic, and that cut was already being taken. They said no, they want it all. And so I asked to leave after being treated like I was disposable in our talks. They basically made it seem like they were my employer and that they're the reason for my success, that I owe them and that I should be happy to give them my money. This is like, what do you call it? When it's like Stockholm syndrome, when you try to fall in love with your captor.
Fall in love with your captor. That is, it does seem to be their method. And you see it again and again, like with Silver Veil. That's how they treated her. I mean, it's the same, dude. It's the same.
Yeah. It says, in order for me to leave, they demanded I sign an NDA that prevented me from speaking to any of the other talent about it. I could not say why I was leaving. I could not say what the terms that I was saying no to were. I even got in trouble for advising them to hire their own attorneys. They would watch my streams, read my Discord. Oh, this sure sounds like someone familiar. She's always watching. Trying to find anything on me to use against me. Read my Discord. Oh, I know about that one too. And then threaten to sue me. Well, I know someone that did more than threaten. If I was said anything that hinted towards how I really felt about the company, I was threatened with a lawsuit. Man, this really hits home for me.
Dude, that's crazy.
Another one of their leave terms was that they will announce both me and Silver on the same day in order to minimize the damage to their company. Their COO had begun to push the narrative on 4chan. What? Yes, I'm serious. And other social media that I am leaving because I plan to join OTK and that both me and Silverveil are troublemakers.
Silverveil is the other one I told you about, the 50%. They wanted 50% from.
Crazy. So they were letting us go. Later, I found out that Nyanners wanted to leave around the same time due to also being unhappy with the contract, but was told that she couldn't because it did not fit their narrative that they were pushing internally and externally. The amount of hate we've gotten over leaving, from fans calling us greedy bitches to people saying we're abandoning our friends and tossing aside the company because we're successful enough. Shit was fucking painful. Not being able to say anything sucked. This is strange because the COO, this is a hell of a claim to make, because wouldn't you need to like back that up?
Yeah, it is, but I wonder, you must have information. How else do you say this?
I guess it must have gotten it recently though, because if they knew about this back then they would have hit them the same way they were doing it, and they would have come forward with it back then. So
But
that
the
is,
NDA was the killer.
yeah, but an
Oh,
NDA gets voided if you find the COO is spreading
talking,
lies
yeah.
about you and 4chan.
But it's the fear of lawsuit, dude. The
Mhm.
way they treat people is very, it seems very expendable. Oh, you don't want to be with us? Now you're expendable, right?
Yep. I only found out I didn't get paid for any of my sponsors after I had already signed the NDA. After 2 years, I have still not been paid back fully. To add insult to injury, they also demanded I had to pay them back $10,000 for some of the anniversary assets, which when they sent me back months later were half finished. Wait, if they were demanding $10,000, that means they owed you way more than
Yeah.
$10,000, because otherwise that wouldn't make sense. You could just be like, "Oh, I'll just take that out of the money that you owe me." So it sounds like that this is this was a lot of money that they owed and did not get paid. Wow.
Yep.
Despite all that, I've had immense faith that the company has gotten better over the past 2 years. I assume they rewrote their contracts after losing 3 people due to them and seeing all the new talent join. Clearly, this was not the case. Now for some fun facts. Now, before we go into the fun facts on this, do you have any additional insight that you want to provide on this person saying, I had immense faith that the company had gotten better in the past 2 years based off of your knowledge on the slimy person running the company?
This is so this is 2023. This is right in the line of Silvervale leaving or having all these issues with the Harry Potter freaking Hogwarts Legacy game.
Mhm.
I mean, like, it seemed like this company knew they were in a lot of trouble at that point, and I mean, the gun run guy again. Like, when he gets involved, it seems to just kind of diminish talks, or and escalates issues, and he turned talent on each other. And you can see up here like how she was talking about how the community was saying out her and Silvervale. She even mentioned Silvervale up here.
Mhm. Mhm.
So this has to be right around the same time. So they're trying to package her in Silvervale leaving over the Hogwarts Legacy thing.
Yep.
This one leaving over the money, and now so everyone's already mad at Silvervale and harassing her, and they're allowing it, and they're packaging her with that exit.
Mhm. Yep. Right there. Yep.
Yep.
um, can't help but think that the guy running this company reminds me a lot of just the narcissism from Pirate Software. They're very similar people. Now for some fun facts. Their company lawyer has an expired law license. He literally does not practice law anymore. Yet he was our point of contact for any legal help.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this is great. They actively pitted us against one another during my time there and compared our success to others. They tried enforcing streaming schedules so that our view count would look better due to less overlap. Um, you know, I don't necessarily have an issue with that. They're trying to manage people under a team, trying to work it together. I understand that, but forcing that is a different thing.
Hmm.
But having a stream scheduled, I don't think there's a off, like, not to
That's not
defend
too
this guy,
crazy, but if you're signing up and that's not part of anything, and now they're like, "Oh, we also need you to do this," then you're like,
yeah,
"Well,
you're
the
right.
contract, like, what are you
Yeah, the
talking about? These are my
contract says you
schedules."
can't stream at those times because you're allotted this time. Yeah, you're right. That
Yeah.
if it's a surprise, that's a problem.
Now, if there's like, now there must be like you must stream this amount every month or something like that,
Mhm.
but you get some vacation time or something. It must be in there. Now, if you're not meeting those goals, you're not actually streaming enough. That's one thing. But to tell you your hours, go
I
f
don't
yourself.
I don't know if I could ever do that myself personally. Like, I've thought, like, if I ever gotten put in a position where a company wanted to bring me on, but I need to like turn it into my job where just doing this as my job and I have to stream these hours. I don't know if I would love that. I love doing it out of the passion of I want to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to ever feel like, oh, I have to do this. You know what
But
I
if you're a minute late You're late and gay though, Smash. So you
That's
got to be,
true. That's
be
true.
on time.
I'm still late and gay when I'm on
You still
time.
have to be on time.
That doesn't change it, I've noticed. They would always shit talk other VTuber agencies. They literally would spend company money, to get a tiny dig at them, especially Hololive. I said it right that time. It literally lived rent-free in Gunrun's head. They were convinced Hololive was over when they signed Keisan and Nazuna. Our previous talent manager, and I saw A2B in the chat, and he says, Hololive is over. Laughed my ass off. Our previous talent manager was ghosted for 6 months by Gunrun, told not to do any work for us, and then got fired for not doing anything. Yikes. During this fiasco, we weren't able to get any assistance.
Oh, that's great.
That's
wow.
wild. That's literally that's the definition of setting someone up to fail.
100%.
Shout out to Cancel This Podcast for the raid over on Rumble. Appreciate you. MTD got reprimanded for being creepy to us. Lol. Got told not to message us privately. Go figure.
I don't know what that really means or what they said.
I don't know.
That doesn't mean a lot to me, unless they're actually being creepy, or if they did nothing and they were telling them not to be creepy. I don't know.
Right. Need more context.
Yeah.
I have proof. Maybe this is it. I have proof from other streamers attending their IRL parties that MTD would actively shit talk me after I left the company to paint me in the worst light imaginable. Don't know why you're acting innocent on Twitter, pretending you weren't aware of anything. Can't wait to see all that shit that comes out about you, because there's loads, but those aren't my stories to tell.
Okay.
Thanks for reading, and thanks to those who stuck around between then and now. Thank you for giving me, Silver and Neon, the benefit of the doubt when we need it the most. I mean, I gotta be honest, this is pretty based, like, hey, pretty straightforward and honest. I'm not getting vibes of, oh, it's time to pile on, let's pile on. I'm getting vibes of, finally I can talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And we're going to be seeing more and more of this.
Yep. Oh, and I'm that gif of is that Kurt Russell, the chair that he just flings open with his hand? And
I don't know who that is. I know what you're talking about.
Kurt Russell, but I don't know who it is either. But yeah, that is me when it comes to this VShojo stuff. And initially I was just kind of like, I don't really care about it, whatever. And the more I'm into it, I'm like, this is very fascinating for a multitude of reasons. Not the least of which of these channels are all like massive VTubers. Like they're big, a huge audience.
It's crazy how many big, huge, giant VTubers there are, dude.
Right. That you've never even heard of.
Yeah. It's a whole community. That's the thing.
Look who's the first one here. Rev.
Base. Yeah, I did see Rev, yeah.
Yep.
And there's Apple right behind him.
Yep.
Emerald. Yeah. Always around. I always see Emerald everywhere.
Yep. So that's the situation with Veibae on why she left, which fascinating in its own right. But we'll leave that one there.